Hi, welcome to the Late Night Show. I'm your host, Jakey Tallon. Tonight we have a very special guest, author of 50 Shades of Grey, E.L. James. E.L.'s here to talk tonight about her most recently published novel, a children's book. Tell us about your book, E.L.
Yes, well, The Littlest Pickle, as it's called, is about your typical run-of-the-mill pickle just trying to get through school, but he's self-conscious about his size. He's significantly smaller than most of his pickle friends, and he can't seem to land a girlfriend.
That sounds pretty familiar. So, who was your inspiration for the pickle character?
Oh, one of my ex-boyfriends a long time ago, he had a similar problem. He could never really measure up.
Could you expand on that a little bit?
Well, he certainly couldn't.
That's awkward. So anyways, back to your book. I'm sure we'd all love to hear a short excerpt from it. Would you mind?
Absolutely. The Littlest Pickle. Richard the Pickle came home one day. His mum noticed him crying and asked, "Are you okay?" He said, "No, Mum, everyone picks on me. It hasn't been great. They say I'm too small and weak to ever get a date." His mum looked confused and said, "What about your dad? He's the smallest pickle I've ever known, but he's the best pickle I've ever had." She said, "You see, Richard, every woman has different preferences. Ask some of my friends. I'll get you a list of references. Sally's pickle husband is not very large, but Tina's pickle husband is the size of a barge. Anne's pickle husband has been small since birth, but what he lacks in size, he makes up for in girth."
Why did you write that?
You know, it's funny. Some would assume the transition from erotic romance novels to children's literature would be difficult, but on the contrary, it's quite seamless.
Why do you say that? Did you take inspiration from 50 Shades of Grey to use in a children's book?
Strange as it seems, you can use similar language in a children's book and disguise characters as, say, vegetables. And certain concepts simply go unnoticed.
So then what do you tell to people who say that this book is completely inappropriate?
I haven't yet faced that problem. I suppose I'll cross that bridge when I get to it.
No one has told you that you should not be reading this to children?
No, as a matter of fact, I was asked the other day to do a reading at one of the local elementary schools, and afterwards some of the dads came up to me and asked if I give private one-on-one writing lessons, but they said I had to bring these.
Okay, well, that's about all the time we have. Thanks for joining us, E.L. Thanks for coming out tonight. Join us again next week. We have a very special guest. Tommy Chong is here to talk about his children's book.